Hello everyone, we are live.
Yes, we made it.
Welcome to this PTS stream. We are about to show you some pretty nice eye candy. The PTS is actually live, so some of you might have had some spoilers already logging into the PTS, but today we are going to show you everything that has to do with this new season that is coming, as we're about to start a very exciting year 7. What a start of the year. And actually even better as a start of the year, I am joined today with a new face and a new voice. Who are you, neighbor on my left?
Yeah, I am. Can you see here? I am.
Are you on my left
Leo
or my
Lorenzoni.
right, actually, technically?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm Leo Lorenzoni. Some people would see my name on Discord as Chancellor. I'm the new community developer here at Massive, working on the Division 2. And I'm pretty excited because I think there's no better way of starting this journey with such a passionate community by being here on a PTS stream, start off a new year, starting off a new season, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of things to cover. Super excited to be here, and welcome everyone. Welcome those that woke up very early. I know that the time for the stream is not the usual, so I really appreciate if you made to this stream early in the morning.
Yeah. You heard it, people. He called you passionate, so keep it clean.
I heard that. So just to align expectations here, it's my 3rd week at Massive, so I still don't know the game as much as you guys know, so I'm going to be kind of the newbie here, the rookie, but I think I can manage very well. And just to be sure, this stream is about the PTS, so we're not going to cover Brooklyn. We're not going to talk about the DLC. Obviously, if you ask some questions in the chat, we might get some answers by the end, but the focus here is the PTS, the new season. We have a schedule with everything that we're going to talk. We're going to talk about modifiers, new gear, journey, scout. So we're going to talk about the things that matters for you that are playing our test server this weekend. So save your questions for the end. We're going to cover them, and it's going to be, super cool. Yannick,
yes.
First of all, how we're going to start? We're going to start talking about the new season called Crossroads.
Yes, we're embarking on Crossroads, which is the new season. We are starting year 7, so we are at the crossroads. Really, this is a really meaningful moment for the Division 2. I think for all those of you that have been part of the journey throughout all those years, this is a new energy with which we're embarking into this year. We have the DLC coming. We have the new season. We are riding a wave right now, so it's really a very big, important moment for us. And in this season, you will see that there is one thematic. Actually, we look towards the future, but we also kind of look back at the past, because in this season, the one driver that we've had in pretty much a lot of the design efforts we've been doing. It's since we're going back to Brooklyn with the DLC, well, why not revisit some of the Division 1 IDs and Division 1 nostalgia? And that's really that throwback ID, that throwback dynamic that we try to bring with us in this season. So you will see a lot of that, of the Division 1 fingerprints on many of the decisions we've made in this season.
Yeah, I read a lot of comments about the reference to the Division 1, so I'm excited to see how you guys are going to explore everything that we prepare for this season. And we're going to start talking about the season by talking about the modifiers, because that's something that we're very happy with how it went the past 2 seasons. And modifiers this time, they are kind of related to Division 1, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we did the first season with the range modifiers. We did last season with Rogue Momentum, which obviously was already an improvement, and Rogue Momentum had was received positively, I would say, by some of you at least, and overall. So it's always hard to, how do we build on something that people liked? But with this modifier, we are actually, as you said, we're going to be exploring some of the ideas from Division 1. And the idea was mechanically one of the super important thing in the RPG game of Division 1 was the attributes. You had 3 attributes, 1 red, 1 blue, 1 yellow, which were called, if I remember right, firearms,
stamina, and
I think it was called something else in Division 1. Toughness, I think it was called in Division 1. Toughness and electronics. And we thought, what if we revisit that? What if we bring back that idea as a modifier in the Division 2? And so that's kind of what drove all of the design effort. And then with that came the other idea as a throwback to Division 1 is what if we bring back the links from Division 1? So for those of you like me who were here 10 years ago on Division 1, you remember we had those links, which were those ultimate abilities you could trigger that would give you that very intense kick to turn around a fight potentially. And so this is what we're bringing back in the form of the active modifiers. So you will see all of that in this PTS and with this season. So a lot of the mechanics of these modifiers are inspired by those two things. So I can show you. I'm ready. I'm in game. If we want to look at that,
I think some people noticed that you were in game. Because
people noticed me already.
Yeah.
So hello everyone in game. Hello everyone in chat. And yes, Sector in game. I see you've been eager to go live already. Now this is your time to shine.
Yeah.
Please keep it clean.
Can I answer one of the questions from the chat already?
Okay,
because
sure.
We got people asking if I'm real Brazilian. Yes, I am real Brazilian. I don't know how. I don't think I mentioned that I'm Brazilian, but I think the accent tells a lot. So
Do you think the accent gives it away? I don't know. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No.
I think Brazilians have a very good way of getting the other Brazilians' accent. So yeah, I'm Brazilian, and salve para todo mundo aí em português também. Yeah.
Do you okay, can we just take 1 minute because you know where this is going. Just before we went live, Leo gave me a preview of his football broadcast commentary talents.
Yeah.
Can you give us
I've done that for a long time, American football as well. And I used to be like a radio host, so sometimes I would like just non-stop narrate a match for like 1 hour, and it'd be something like Ronaldinho passa para Ronaldo, vai passar para dentro da área, vai fazer o gol, you know, like that very specific characteristic of Brazilian narrators.
That's proper Brazilian.
Yeah. Now everyone knows that I'm Brazilian.
Yeah.
That question is crossed.
Now
Okay.
it's out of the way.
Let's talk about modifiers.
And
now.
as Seven says in chat, it's nice to finally have an accent since Yannick doesn't have one, clearly. So now you'll be the one with the accent compared to my proper perfect English.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of accents, absolutely not related, but let's look at the modifiers. This is how talented I am at segue. So, all right. Global modifier. So we have the modifier hardcore. Once again, yes, all of that is already in patch notes. The PTS is already live. We're doing the stream a bit later this week. Somehow we've been busy. We've been cooking for year 7. So this one is a bit late compared to usual. You might know all of that already, but otherwise, let's go through that. So with this season, as I said, the modifier is called hardcore. You will have 3 attributes. You will have firearms, stamina, and electronics. Those attributes will basically give you bonuses the higher you rank in those attributes. You will get first some score in those attributes based on the cores that you have on your gear. So if you have 3 red cores, 2 blue cores, whatever, you will have that added to your score in those attributes. And then as you take down NPCs, they will have markers on them, red, yellow, and blue. As you take down NPCs, you increase that score, and so you reach the next thresholds in each of those attributes. The further you are in these attributes, as I said, the stronger the bonus. And then you get also an extra powerful effect once you cap the attribute at tier 5. So this is the main dynamic we have here. One thing that is important, I'm actually going to jump straight to the passive to mention one thing that is very important with this season. We're bringing back again an idea that comes from Division 1, is that your passives, you'll see, are actually a bit stronger than passives we've had in previous seasons. And there's a reason for that, is that they actually have tier requirements on the attributes. So what that means is, for example, this passive that I have here loaded up, 25% of your crit hit chance value is added to your crit hit damage while at tier 5 in firearms. So this one will only be active when I reach tier 5 in firearms. So there's a whole dynamic here that you need to take into account.
So if you lost this, if you go back to like tier 4, you lost the passive, right?
Yeah, the passive will be deactivated for the duration until you go back to tier 5.
And you activate again.
Yeah, if you're really attached to it, you can just build a build with 5 red cores, then you will be at tier 5 all the time. And then the passive will be active all the time. Or you have less red cores, you're not at tier 5, but then you need to actually take down the NPCs and play the score game to actually reach it. There's a few things that are pretty cool here. Why does crit chance actually, why do we value it so much here? There's one thing that's pretty interesting that we're doing for the first time in the Division 2 here, is that the firearms bonus you're getting here, you'll see gain a crit hit chance bonus that does not count towards the crit hit chance cap. So the bonus in crit hit chance you're going to get from firearms is added on top of the cap. So if you're already at 60% crit hit chance, that bonus goes on top of that. So you can actually go beyond, which makes these kind of passives even more interesting and even more powerful. So once again, a lot of intricacies. I'm not going to go through all of that because honestly, I don't understand all of it. But you people will do. But let's just, we can look at the passives quickly. We have two types of passives. We have the simple ones, which are the ones that are connected directly to one of the attributes. So you have the ones that are connected to your stamina. So this one has a stamina requirement. You get protection from it. It's based on each of the blue cores you have. You have, of course, electronics ones, also based on your electronics score. You have 6 of them, so 2 per color, basically. 2 red, 2 blue, 2 yellow. And then we have hybrid ones. So those require a combination of red and blue, blue and yellow, red and yellow, and a couple that are actually for all of the colors. So see, for example, tier 5 on all attributes, you get a bonus in everything. So this is the way this works. And of course, on top of that, we have the active modifiers. We have 5 of them this season. So let's look at them. First, I think, I'm going to start with the target rich environment, which is an active that you can use to actually add marks to unmarked targets. So that's just going to help you go up in score as you do that. And you also get, I'm reading in the same time because I'm trying to refresh my memory and not say something stupid. But you also get a boost in the bonuses you get from the attributes when you have that. Also, you see passive modifier values are multiplied by 2 for the duration of the modifier. So this is really one that's just going to boost everything across the board. Then you have the links. So broken link is one that freezes your attributes and then gives you, again, boost your passive modifiers and boost you overall. But then the real fun part is the other ones, the assault link, the security link, and the tech link. Obviously, each one of them is connected again to one mindset, to one color, red, blue, or yellow. So when you take the assault link, for example, when you use it, you're going to get directly tier 5 in firearms. And then you get those extra bonuses on top of the bonus from the firearms and the tier 5. So frozen, again, double passive, plus 5% weapon damage for every non-red core equipped. So there are some interesting combinations here you can do. And then the great thing about links is it also helps your teammates. And that's one thing that you'll see throughout this season, is that we also try to have mechanics that are much more team-based and team-minded. And that's something that we did not necessarily deliver on in previous seasons, and we really wanted to try to focus on that with this season. So you'll see more of those. So a bit like the links you had in Division 1, again, when you would trigger it and then the whole team would be boosted. Those will do that as well. So on activation, allies within 10 meters are granted a boost to their firearm score, and the modifier's duration is increased by 3 seconds for each ally nearby.
Yeah, one thing that I heard, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time that we're going to deliver an active modifier for the player since the beginning, right? So Broken Link will be available for them since the beginning.
That's true. We will be giving you an active right from the get-go, which is going to be a change, and it's going to be pretty cool. That's also why we have 5, so you still have a few to unlock afterwards.
Yeah.
Cool. What else to say on this modifier? Sorry, not so much. Maybe I can just go and actually shoot things. How about that?
That's always a good way of showing.
How about I
things.
show it in action?
Yes.
I'm gonna do a very poor job at showing how it works because I'm going to fail. But
after your quick explanation, I know that the community might have their own opinions about how these changes have. Why these changes were made, but my understanding is that we're trying to offer some rewards for people to try different builds, right? Different combinations that can give different types of bonus.
Yeah, I mean, we'd like people to explore and try things. So here the idea is that also, with the links, as we've seen a link that actually, a red link that gives you bonuses for all the non-red cores. So it's also trying more hybrid things, trying to, even if you want to be a DPS, maybe you don't have to completely lean into the red fantasy. Maybe the core can, or the active modifier and the modifier in general can compensate for that. So you can try things that are maybe a bit more varied. So yeah, that's kind of what we want. That's kind of what we want to see. And you'll see, so the enemies have those markers on them. So you see the blue one here, for example, so that blue circle above the enemy. So this is how you know what markers they have. Those are also modifiers for them. So this is the hostile, or the equivalent of the hostile modifiers for this season. Each marker that they get gives them a bonus. So we can go through that afterwards because I don't know them by heart. So it's not just increasing your score when you take them down, but it's also good to know that when they have those markers, that means they are also more dangerous.
So when I see someone with the red marker, it means that by killing that enemy, I'm gonna get firearms points, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And if I'm by any chance in a place that I don't have enemies with markers, there's always, that's one of the active modifiers that you have, the target rich environment. So you can create your own. You increase the difficulty, but you can also benefit from that by farming, right?
Yes. See, I triggered the active now. So I got my bonus. I don't know if this was a good time to do it, but anyway. It's probably not a good time to do it because now I'm just chasing the NPCs instead of letting them come to me, but anyway.
And from the players who are just finishing Rogue Momentum, we're going from a season that is very based on fast-paced gameplay to be more tactical, right? So we want them to explore more these type of decisions, like activating the modifier in the right moment, so you can benefit from that.
Yeah, there's a bit more. It's a bit more slow-paced, a bit more tactical, a bit more group-based as well. That's the hope anyway. As much as we can talk about tactical things with our hardcore players here that tend to just face tank and rush everything. But yeah, that's kind of what we want. We want you to try to make some decisions, some quick decisions, look at what are the markers on the NPCs, how to prioritize targets. I know that the fast pace of Rogue Momentum was well appreciated. I've seen some people saying they will miss especially the movement speed buff. I will miss it too, but therefore hopefully we're bringing you some new fun things to play around with. People will have noticed, I'm sure, but I'm playing with the Pacan already. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. We're going to talk about gear. We have a lot of gear to show.
There's a lot of gear to show, yes. So yeah, there's I rescued hostages. Look at me, yeah. All right, let's look at the gear then. Because again, the PTS is already live. I'm sure there's already people that are streaming the PTS and showing the modifier in way better ways than I am. I can maybe afterwards go back in the world and play a bit more.
Yeah. So yeah, we have the gears and we have. Should we start with the Pacan?
Sure. So yes, we have the Pacan. So once again, as far as gear goes, yes, Division 1 was a big inspiration here. The idea was like, can we bring back some items straight out from the first game, or at least some inspiration from them? And you will see that across a lot of the things we're bringing. The Pacan, though, it's straight out pretty much brought back from Division 1. So this is an NMG, as you know. And the talent of the Pacan is that each kill with the weapon will give you a stack of 50% magazine size increase for the next magazine. So on your next reload, up to 4 stacks. So you can get plus 200% mag size on your next reload, which of course with an NMG is a nice addition. So that's a fun one. And the reload time is actually very decent for an NMG with this one. So that's it's a bit more comfortable to reload. What do we have in here as well that we can talk about? We have those two named weapons. We have the Lud and the Purist. And these actually have the new talent, Streamline, in perfect version because they are named here. And Streamline is actually renamed, but this is a return of Focused from the first game, which was the talent that gave you increased weapon damage when no skills were on cooldown. So you see those two with a very nice 87%. 87%. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Weapon damage when no skills are on cooldown. So go, red builds.
Everything is up to balance, yeah, right? So
Yeah.
the main thing here about a PTS is making sure that we can break the game, so when we release, we have it in a good state.
Yeah. How will the watch points work moving forward? We'll cover that. We'll get to that. Don't worry.
Send your questions, but we're gonna cover all the questions by the end. We're gonna have some few already. Our CMs are helping us to collect them. What else do we have?
All right, so we have the Tinkerer,
The mask.
the new mask. And so this one is for Division 1 players, you will recognize the fingerprint of Alpha Bridge here. And so the idea is if your primary and secondary weapons are not exotic or named and of the same type, the second weapon's talent will be applied to the primary weapon. So what this means is just if you have 2 assault rifles that are not exotic or named, you will combine their talents together, or you will take the talent of the second one on the first one. So this will allow you to have 2 talents on a weapon, which should make up for the fact that it's not named or exotic. There's probably some combinations there that we're going to regret. But yeah, and this was the main functionality of the Alpha Bridge gear set in Division 1. We did not bring it back as a gear set. We made it an exotic functionality here. But I think there's going to be a lot of fun combinations that we're going to see with this one, and maybe a bit of a reshuffle of some meta builds. It's going to be interesting.
And the holster.
You want the holster? Okay.
I want the holster.
You want the holster. Well, it's very simply called the Nimble holster because it brings back Nimble. And Nimble was a talent in Division 1 as well, which was the idea, or the talent describes, receive repairs of 5% of your total armor for every 1 meter run in cover to cover. And damage taken while doing a cover to cover is healed over 10 seconds. So this is basically, a bit like how Nimble worked in Division 1. You do cover to cover, you heal yourself as you do that. So it might be an interesting one for survivability, maybe for some more solo players. It's going to be interesting to try it out.
Just a quick reminder here, because some people noticed that when you were showing the mask, the beard was clipping through the mask. It's the PTS version, so we have a lot of work to do until the final release, right?
Well, you don't like my beard clipping through the mask? I think that's pretty freaky.
I think it's something. I'm not going to say that it's pretty. It's something.
All right. We have the new gear set, measured assembly. As the name implies, here we are seeing a reinterpretation of final measure. For those of you who remember. Now this one is a bit different, but the spirit is still here. So what it does on the 4-piece talent, you receive +1 skill tier for each ally agent that is within the range of your hive or smart cover. For those of you who will unlock smart cover by owning the Brooklyn DLC. While at skill tier 6, having at least 1 ally agent in the range of your hive or smart cover for 4 seconds will grant overcharge for 15 seconds. And finally, and the coolest part, which is the final measure part, mortars and enemy skills that enter the range of your hive or smart cover will be destroyed with a cooldown. So this is one that's kind of a team-based, again, gear set, because you get boosted for each ally that is within range of your skills. Skills that themselves boost your allies, so everybody wins. But more importantly, it just soaks the skill proxies and dangerous things that the enemies are throwing at you, the way that Final Measure used to soak the grenades that were thrown at you in Division 1. So that's going to be also interesting to see how people play around with this.
Cool.
What else do we have? I can talk about the brand set quickly, because once again, there is a small inspiration here from Division 1, which is this stat, the threat. So in Division 1 you had this, and we thought, hey, what about bringing this kind of things to a brand as well? So now you have this brand that will give you plus 100, the second piece will give you plus 100% increased threat. So again, interesting to see if Team Dynamics, we can see some more aggro-based roles or tank roles that could potentially benefit from that. And the cool thing is we have the named version in the knee pads that are bugged on the PTS, but will be fixed because they will have the perfect attribute version of this, which is actually a reduced threat. So you will be able to play around with that.
Yeah, we released the known issues. We know a lot of them, but please feel free to report as well if you find any. But yeah, we have the known issues updated.
Your increased threat will become reduced threat. You're not going to get both increased and reduced. That would be stupid. Did I miss anything? Did I get everything?
The holster, Pacan, mask, brand set, gear set, named weapons. Went through everything, I think. We talk about the
I see you people in chat making fun of the fact that there is a bug.
You talk about the pierced inlet, right?
Of the what?
The named weapons.
Yeah,
okay,
I've shown the weapons, yeah.
Yeah. So there's one more surprise that we have for this, right? Because there's another gear that it's a reference to the Division 1. There's the one-strap backpack, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you show us?
I don't have it.
You don't have it?
I hope we have an image of that.
Oh, okay. We have, yeah. Okay. You're seeing there. All right.
This is not on me, but yes, finally, we did it. We cracked it. We have the technology. After years and years and years of research, I wish we had a TV ad where we would see scientists doing some research. That's almost how we work. But no, this is mostly talent from our art team. But yes, we are able to bring one-strap backpacks into the Division 2. There are some caveats. There's going to be some specific requirements. It only works with vests that actually hide the chest piece because we can't have it show when there is a chest piece. There's a few more specific things. Maybe you have that listed.
Yeah, I have, and only on shirts and uniforms that have space for it in front.
Yeah, so only there's space in front for it. So once again, it's not going to work with everything, but we should be able to expand on that moving forward. But yes, finally, we're going to start seeing some one-strap backpacks in the Division 2.
Yeah, I just arrived in this community, but it seems like a very popular thing. So I'm glad that we did it.
Yes, it was worth it.
Okay.
So, yes.
Yeah, let's go for the questions.
Sorata, take my money. Oh, don't worry, we will take your money.
Do you wanna cover anything else, or should I go for the questions?
It's not all just going to be monetized, by the way. There will be some gameplay rewards as well for this one-strap backpack. We are not that evil. So maybe I should actually go to... there's a couple of things I want to show, if that's okay.
Of course.
Is it okay, Leo?
You're
the host, you tell me.
Yeah. It's okay. I give you permission. Yeah.
You're new here, but you're allowed to tell me to just shut my mouth.
Yeah. No, I will.
Good. You may pay the price later, but
your time will come.
That will be off screen. Okay, a couple of things I want to show. Actually, let's start here because let's talk about that. So yes, there was a question on scavenging points. So let's talk about that. And this one is a change that's been long overdue. And I mean, you might not all be happy about it, but it had to happen. People used to be able to get their scavenging points back by just starting a new character, leveling up to like at level 30 if you're on Warlords of New York, bring it to 40, get your scavenging points, get materials, rinse and repeat. As you may know, with Brooklyn, we're going to be introducing a level 40 boost. So you will be able to start level 40. And that's an issue with scavenging, amongst other things, because then that practice would become actually quite game-breaking. So now was the time to act. Once again, it's not just because of that. It's something we've wanted to revisit for some time. So with this season, we are going to make the change that now the scavenging points will be spent once per account. So when you spend a scavenging point, no matter which character it is on, it is not available on the other characters anymore. It is spent once. That being said, what we are doing to try to soften the deal is that we're going to give all of you your scavenging points back once. So what that means is that for me, you see on my account, I am shade level 567. Don't make fun, I know I'm a noob compared to a lot of you. And that means when I will log in on day one, when the season launches, I will be granted 113 scavenging points on top of the ones I have spent already. So we're going to allow you to respend them one more time, but this will be the last time you get scavenging points for free. After that, once you get them, you spend them and they're spent. They're spent on materials that are shared across the account anyway, so it shouldn't matter too much which character you use them on, but you will not be able to get them again. And this is very important for us, for the health of the game moving forward.
Okay. And
so if you still want to do that, you have a month ahead of you to still do that practice before we fix it.
And we have the other thing that I might know what you're looking for. Is the journey, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm starting reading your mind now. I'm gonna get good at this.
It's called the sandwich, right? I show the cool stuff and the stuff that's a bit more controversial and not good stuff again. All right. So you need new ways to farm materials. Don't worry, there will be new ways. We're also going to have events where you can get more materials and all of that. So this is not us saying you're not allowed to have materials. We just want you to get materials the way it's meant to be obtained. All right. So couple of things that are going to change with this season on the journey, and one is also long overdue, is that you will now actually share the progression on your journey with your team. As in, when you have to do kills, when you have to do things like that, when you have to do objectives, if you're in a group, everybody gets credited for the achievements or for the ticks, which means that you're no longer going to have to sometimes actually play solo just to progress your journey because playing in a group was actually penalizing you. This goes in that direction again of trying to have a season that is a bit more encouraging team play. So now you're actually going to be rewarded for it on your journey. And then the other thing that's going to come with this journey, we are changing the structure once again to open it up even more than what it used to be. So just like last season, we are going to have mission 1 and 2 that are optional, and these are more low-level minded objectives for people that are going through the progression from level 1 to 40, so they can start progressing their journey. Level 3 will be, or mission 3 will be unlocked right from the beginning, so you can start with that one. But what we are doing this time is we've changed the way we are distributing the modifiers, and you're actually going to unlock passive modifiers and active modifiers through your mission journey. So that's the active, at least it's not new. What's new is that the passive, it doesn't show here because once again PTS and the UI is still being worked on. But the passive modifiers are actually rewarded as objective rewards. So each one of those 3 missions will have 2 objectives that are going to each grant you a passive modifier. And each one of those 3 missions also give you one of those links as a reward. Now the cool thing is that once you complete mission 3, all 3 of them will unlock together and all 3 of them will progress at the same time. So you get to decide which one you want to prioritize, but you don't have to do them sequentially. You can do all 3 of them at the same time, and you can decide if you want to target the assault one, the security one, the tech one, and you will get the passive modifiers also as part of that. Once you reach a specific threshold in their progression, then you unlock mission 7, and mission 7 will have the other passive modifiers, the hybrid passive modifiers, are going to be assigned also to objectives here. So this is a bit, you gain a bit more control over your progression, but overall the progression is also going to be faster because once again, team kills will count towards your progression, and all those 3 missions will actually be unlocked at the same time and progress at the same time.
Okay. Do you want to answer some questions now?
I'm trying to think, is there something else? But let's see if we have questions first.
Okay, so ongoing directive will get benefit from Pacan.
That's a very good question.
Do you have a very good answer?
I don't have an answer to that.
That's fine. Should I go to the next one then?
Yeah.
The Pacan talent seems to be based off the base mag of 40. Is that intended?
No, that shouldn't be. I don't know, because I guess you have you have the plus 20 rounds here. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm not the designer who designed it, so we will need to get back to you on that and see.
Okay, next one. Which exotic is in the climax mission?
Which what? Sorry.
Which exotic?
Which one? Which exotic?
Is in the climax.
I don't remember. Help me out. Isn't that in the patch notes?
I don't think so as well. We have a lot of questions and 0 answers so far, but we're going to get better.
I can prepare to do my speech, but not to answer questions. It's not the Pacan. It's one of the other 2. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, I don't have it.
I see a lot of questions in chat about Lexington. We know. Some of you missed the Lexington, didn't get it. You want other opportunities to get the Lexington. We know.
Yeah, it's not on patch notes as well. All right. It's the mask. Okay, I got the answer.
It's the mask.
It's the mask.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Cool. So it's that one.
Okay, it's been answered. Thank you for the production for helping us.
Thank you, team. Behind the screen.
Team. That's okay. All exotics being made available on PTS.
Yes, they're all on the PTS. Yeah, you get all of them from the cache at the vendor.
Okay.
And you get all the modifiers unlocked, so you can try out all the things.
I'm jumping to the modifiers question now. Can we get a matchmake system to select if you want matchmake with players who have modifiers disabled or enabled?
Well, that should be already the case, right? Normally, we've made the change so that if you have your modifier disabled, you're only matchmaking with people who don't have modifier enabled. I think I'm trying to remember. These are all discussions, but we changed the matchmaking already. Was it last season or the season before that, to take the modifier status into account? So unless I'm mistaken, this is already in the game.
Okay, so now this is not a question, it's a feedback that I would like you to comment. Someone said that we need the nerfs removed so playing without the seasonal modifiers isn't as tedious and cumbersome.
What nerfs?
That's the... I'm guessing that it's like the changes in general.
I don't know.
I don't
know. We'd rather you play with the modifier. So we are trying to make it as fun as possible to play with the modifier. You can always choose to turn it off, but most of the season is built around that. So that's kind of our intention, to try to convince you to play with it.
Okay, that's a good one. How long will the PTS be going for? Is there a release when this new season comes out?
So yeah, the PTS is scheduled for 3 days until Monday, basically. You will have 3 days. Please send us all the feedback you can get, or you can send us, and we'll take that into account. As we've said, all the values here, everything is up for discussion. So do let us know how it feels. And the season will come out on a date that you know, which is May 27th. So the same day as the launch of the Brooklyn DLC. It's a big day for us.
Yeah, we're going to have everything there. And we got some questions about the DLC. I'm going to go to them now. Then we come back to the year 7. So some people ask about new level cap of 50 for the DLC.
No, we are not increasing the level cap with the DLC. So the level cap remains at 40. It is the same. So you're not going to have to regrind your gear. You're not going to have to change anything. If you're going there level 40, you can already, the DLC will adapt to your world difficulty as well. So if you're usually playing in heroic, the DLC will directly be in heroic. And we are not raising level cap. We didn't want to do that because we didn't have any new gameplay proposition with the DLC to justify a level cap increase. So if it's just a hidden wipe to force you to regrind the same gear, that's not interesting. So we didn't want to do that.
Questions also about any raid or incursion on this new DLC.
No, there are no raid or incursion included in the DLC. What you see is what you get. That's what we've revealed a few days ago. So you'll get the map with the 2 name zones, the missions, the skill, the level 40, the 50 stash space. I'm trying to remember the checklist of everything that comes with the DLC.
Hunters.
The hunters, all the open world stuff, but there is no raid or incursion included.
Okay, question regarding the expansion. Will it have trophies, achievements?
I don't remember.
Also a good question. Will I have to pay for the new DLC if I have the Ultimate version?
If you have the previous Ultimate version, yes, you will have to pay for the DLC. We are changing the offering of the Ultimate edition for new buyers, so that will include the DLC with a price that is adjusted, of course. If you bought the Ultimate edition in the past, even though it's called the same, it's not the same version, so you will have to buy the DLC.
And when can I pre-order new DLC?
I have no idea.
You don't know that, but you can answer if we're going to have new skills, because we released the showcase 2 days ago, so we have a new skill, right?
Yeah. We have the new skill. We have Smart Cover that is also a throwback to Division 1, and that will be exclusive to DLC owners. Once you have it, you can use it in the rest of the game. It's the same model as in Warlords of New York, where we had skills that were connected to the DLC. So you will unlock it as part of your progression in the DLC, and then you get to keep it.
Cool. Going back to the modifier, to the gear. So we were talking about one of the talents, I believe, that says that no skills on cooldown. Someone want to clarify that better. Like, does that mean that both skills must be active, being used for the talent, or can both skills not be used at all and the talent will proc?
We could try it out, to be honest, but if both skills are not active, you will get the bonus. Another question is, do you get it when both skills are active? I know it doesn't work with the shield, so let's see what I have here. Are you on hard or normal? No, right now I'm on challenging. I know that it might make some people laugh, but the point here is not to show you my skills, which I have very little of anyway. So this would be, I guess, I don't know if the talent is gonna show, that's the problem. I would need to go to the shooting range probably. Can take more questions while I try to try this out and we see what happens.
So people are asking to buff Ouroboros and Eagle Bearer for PvE. What's your take?
Ouroboros and Eagle Bearer for PvE?
PvE, yeah.
Maybe. I know that some people still miss the old Eagle Bearer before we made the changes to it, so I'm not surprised to hear that.
Will talents double, like killer plus killer? That's one of the questions I get.
I don't understand the question.
If the talents will double, I think like if you're gonna have
if you no, you can't get twice the same talent.
You cannot.
No,
Okay.
that was with the
Will the patience talent ever be reintroduced?
I don't know. Not with this season anyway, so I can't talk in the future. I can't say yes or no for sure, but seen people in chat say, "Oh, half of the questions are I don't know." Well, yeah. I'm sorry, I
It's
don't know
part
all
of
the
it,
things in the game.
Will the broken armor bug ever be fixed?
I'm not the one fixing the bugs. Yes, I hope.
That's the goal, right?
I
Fix
hope.
all the bugs.
Yeah.
Cool. What else do I have here? Are we getting a leaderboard reset in year 7?
Not planned right now, but yes, leaderboard resets on a seasonal basis is something that would be interesting. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a new high variant with smart cover?
A new Hive variant with smart cover?
Yeah, that's the question.
No, it's not connected. I mean, yes, the gear set applies to the Hive as well, but it's the Hive as it exists today.
Will there be a chance that we'll update the maps in conflict?
Update the maps in conflict?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, one day I hope, and I know that there's a PvP crowd in chat here. I know there's been questions on PvP and people saying that there's not much again for PvP players in this update. That's true. I know every update you come with hope that we're gonna have some big PvP changes, and very often we don't. There are some elements here that are going to play a role in PvP, so hopefully it's going to reshuffle things. But of course, once again, no big focus on PvP with this update.
Okay. Let me go through the... about the DLC, the question about if you can pre-order. You can wishlist on Connect already, so there's a link for that. Just so if you want to be, if you want to pre-order it as soon as possible, there's a way for you to wishlist. And also we got some people talking about the Twitch drops issue from the 23rd. So we're looking into it, but it might take some time for the rewards to show up depending on the platform that you are. So I know that some people are frustrated about that. We are investigating, but it really depends on your platform and how long it's taking to being given. So yeah, we will give more updates as soon as we have more.
Yeah. Casual player asking, please swap the climax exotic. Why? Because you want the mask. Remember, the exotic that is assigned to the climax is not it's not exclusive to the master climax, right? You always have the chance to get it as part of the normal climax. Yes, that means it comes towards the end of the season. But first, let's try it on the PTS, and then we'll see where we land.
Will there be a cap on expertise?
We're talking about expertise. We'll talk about more about that in the future. But that's on the table, yes.
Okay. Can I have bigger groups playing?
Bigger groups?
Bigger groups.
No.
Nope. Okay.
It's still 4 and 8-4 raids are countdown, but we don't have plans to make bigger ones.
Okay, another question about increasing stuff. So wouldn't there be a way to increase the composition of builds from 16 to 20 or 30?
What, loadouts? Is that what this is referring to?
Yeah, composition of builds. That's the whole question. So I honestly don't know.
In attributes otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah, let me check what else we have here.
Why ignoring all raid and incursion questions? We've answered that question, at least the one associated to DLC. We've said no raid or incursion with the DLC.
What else do I have here?
Can we get a 5th character? No, we've dropped that idea some time ago. We had talked about bringing a 5th character when we were talking about doing seasonal characters a long time ago. We are no longer talking about that. So with that, the idea of a seasonal character, of a 5th character, also kind of died down. Instead, we've been using the kind of the safe space that that we had allowed ourselves to use for this 5th character. We're using it to try to give you more stash space on your existing characters. 7th gear piece? No, we don't have plans to have a 7th gear piece anytime soon.
Would there be one size update? Warlords of New York update?
First, we are making this DLC. Then we'll see what the future brings. But let's finish that DLC first.
Okay.
True Patriot and System Corruption buff, please. Well, System Corruption I didn't comment on. True Patriot, I know I've said that we do want to revisit it. We will at some point when we find the time to get to it. But yes, we have some ideas.
People are asking about a Kelso Rogue outfit. Do you have any comments about that?
No.
Nope. Okay. What else? A lot of questions about leaderboards we got. About the blueprints. Do you want to talk more about that? Because some people mentioned that in the chat.
I guess the question is about the old blueprints that still have not come back, and that every stream I say yes, I'm going to talk to the team to see, and every stream I still come back and I don't have news, and I still don't have news. It's on the radar. It's just it might sound simple and it might not be hard to do. It's just a question of priority and having the time and mind space to look at it.
Yeah, and if you have more questions, please let us know in the chat. I'm going through the ones that I have here, but I'm saying that people are very excited about asking questions. Yeah.
Will you increase the number of people in the clan? Not right now. I hope we'll get to revisit clans at some point in the future, but we don't have any concrete plans at the moment. Can you do a backflip? Me? No. Leo, I don't know, but I cannot.
I cannot as well.
More raids if we buy the DLC 10 times. I mean, you're welcome to buy the DLC 10 times. You're still only going to get it once on your account, though, so I would not advise that. And I don't know that this would necessarily influence the raid discussion that much. So use your money on other things. Buy the DLC once, though. That helps. When are we getting more new character customization? Well, we have new things that are going to be coming, and wasn't there one we were supposed to talk about in there somewhere?
Sorry. What part?
The new customization options.
Don't think so.
Trying to look at the patch notes.
We got so many. Yeah.
We have new customization, new type of customization that's coming, new skins, new type of skins and things like that, that's coming very soon. But new customization options like for your character, for example, or new slots of customization or whatever, this is not something we have coming anytime soon.
8 new hunters, will they all be in Brooklyn?
Yes. The 8 Brooklyn hunters will be in Brooklyn, so you will have to find them in that map specifically. We are not adding new hunters to the Washington DC or Manhattan map. New hidden Yannick the Beard boss in Brooklyn Underground. No, there's one already, and that's enough. Are you planning to take any precautions against cheater? Okay. Yes, we are. We are. Again, it's I have that speed every time, so I know it's gonna sound old. But yeah, we do take actions all the time against cheaters. We just don't comment on it, but we do. And yes, there may be cheaters that we haven't caught. There may be some that you know, that you've seen, that you've reported, that haven't been punished. It's a process, but that doesn't mean we are not doing anything.
Will there be more loadout slots?
More loadout slots? I don't know. I would like to, but that's the same. It's always a question of can we afford doing that, and how is that going to influence the performance in the game? We've already increased the stash space, last season. We're going to increase it a bit more again this season with Brooklyn. Once again, if you purchase Brooklyn, you will get 50 stash space on top of that. So that's another increase that we need to monitor. So with every increase, we take it incrementally and we see how that influences the performances. And loadout is a bit the same. It's all extra data that we need to save.
We have someone asking for the one strap backpack. When we're gonna have it? It's going to be on the new season, year 7, season 1. We covered that. I don't know if the person missed or asking okay, you show the thing when we can get it. But yeah, What else do we have here?
Can we get more raids? Yes, I wish. I wish we could get more raids. Raids are very hard to make, so it's a big ask. But I would like to be able to make more. Am I aging? Yes, I am. I can tell you. I am aging. I feel it.
I must confess that I never faced aging so much as I've done recently.
Yep. There's a point where it just hits you.
Yeah. For me, it was yesterday. It was my birthday. Then I realized, oh my God, I'm getting old.
Can the new DLC be bought with premium credits or only real money? No, it's going to have to be real money. You can't buy the DLC with premium credits. Yannick, new I've seen your question a few times, Sector. Sorry for not picking it up, but I'm not sure what you mean. Yannick, new minimap in the next season. I don't know what you mean with new minimap. Do you want to be able to customize it, or can we get an open all cash option? So we're not going through our textile one cash at a time. Yes, I agree. That would be great. I think it's actually quite tricky because there's a lot of edge cases we need to take into account, because a lot of things can go wrong if you open everything at once. And where do we put everything? What if you reach a cap, and where do we put that, and whatever. But yes, that's definitely high on the priority list of quality of life we would like to do. Can we get a dino suit? Digitical, I see you. I've told you already. No, I don't know. I'm not ready. Are we gonna have the apparel event back? Not in its current or not in the previous form. Like we are exploring bringing back events that are going to be distributing cosmetics in a different way. Something closer to the way apparel events used to be, but not exactly the same way. We want something that's a bit more fun and a bit more interesting gameplay rather than just grinding to get keys. Plans to rework exotic talents no one uses. Plans is a big word, but yes, we want to revisit some exotics and some items in general. We've done a big balancing pass in the past already. There are more balancing changes we want to do, but also potentially revisits and redesigns are not off the table. So there may be in the future we may just start looking individually at the less popular, less performing items and see how we can actually make them a bit more interesting.
Any chance we can get back the old Descent comms, those we missed?
Well, same. We don't have a solution right now, but yes, that's something we'd like to be able to do. Just need to find the right way to do that.
Someone asked about the new buyer's clarification when you told about the Ultimate Edition.
Someone asked for what? Sorry.
Like when you mentioned about the Ultimate Edition that is not gonna contain the new DLC. Can you clarify that a little bit more?
Sure. People who bought the Ultimate Edition in the past, the old one, that one does not include the Brooklyn DLC. We are updating the editions now, so the new Ultimate Edition will include the Brooklyn DLC. If you purchase it in the coming days, double check, make sure, because not everything is updated everywhere. So please make sure that you double check before purchasing what is listed as included. But people who bought it in the past before we announced or before we revealed Brooklyn, for sure Brooklyn is not included in that Ultimate Edition. It's an old format, so you will need to purchase the DLC. It's called the same, but consider the new Ultimate as the Ultimate. You just reuse the name, but it's a different edition compared to the old one. is Division 3 planned? Well, there is a Division 3 in the works, but we are not here to talk about it. We are here to talk about Division 2.
This is a Division 2 live stream, so although we're talking about a lot about Division 1 today.
Yes, that's true. And Brazilian football.
And Brazilian football for some reason. I don't know why. I noticed how many Brazilians were in the chat. I'm not going to poke this community again, otherwise you're not going to understand the chat. Someone asked about the... I'm just remember a question that I saw about the new hunters. If there are 8 new hunters or 8 riddles for a hunter.
I know the answer. I'm trying to think, should I answer that or should I just be cryptic? Because...
You can. I think it's valid as well.
No. It's there are 8 riddles leading to 8 hunters.
Okay.
You guys thought about adding cloaks as apparel in the game. We can have cloaks when we do uniforms. We can't have cloaks as a separate item. I mean cloaks, but depends what kind of cloak. But we've done some of them when it's a uniform. Because the moment it covers both the body and the legs, then it needs to be one piece. It can't be 2 different ones. We've done a few of those. It's usually fun. People tend to like them. So yeah, you may see more of those in the future. Is there any chance of the Lexington making a return? I commented on that already, but I know I've said we know that you want the Lexington. I'm not saying it's gonna come back or it's not. I just say don't worry, you're heard. Processing of specializations. What are you talking about? The spec revamp? I will assume this is kind of what this is about. I'm not sure, but the old spec revamp we had announced a long time ago has been put on ice a while ago, and we haven't revisited it yet. Still something we'd like to do at some point, maybe not in that form, but revisiting specializations to make them more interesting is something we'd like to do. It's just not a priority right now. When does the season release on consoles? Same date as everybody else, May 27th. Do you have a Scorpio yet, Yannick? No, I do not. I do not.
So I don't know where exactly it was, but someone asked about the scavenging points. Can you go back to that a little bit and talk about the loophole? Like clarify a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. So again, the idea with the scavenging points, what we wanted to change is we wanted to change the fact that you could just get them over and over again because of the way the game is built, where you get all your points again when you start a new character, all your shade points to spend again, which is fine when you want to spend them on the stats because you need to be able to reallocate them. But spending them again on scavenging points was not necessarily the design we intended to begin with. So we wanted to fix that, and we are fixing it now because it's going to become even more of an issue with Brooklyn coming and people being able to create characters directly at level 40, in which case they could just create a character, spend the scavenging points, delete, rinse and repeat. So the change we are making is that now scavenging points are basically account-based. So when you spend them, they are spent for the whole account. So even if you create new characters, you will not get that point back. You will only get new points moving forward. And then once that new point is spent, again, it's gone and you cannot spend it again on other characters. So that means 1 point is 1 point, and not 1 point is an infinite amount of points based on how many characters you can create. That's a necessary step to ensure the health of the game moving forward. What we're going to do, what you're going to see with this season when this change comes into account is though as a final kind of gift to try to make that a bit better. We are going to grant you as many scavenging points as you've had once again. So I showed on my account, I basically had a total of 113 scavenging points based on my shade level. So I got 113 again, even though I already spent them in the past. So when you're going to log in on day one, when this update comes out, you will you will have a bunch of free scavenging points that are going to be granted to you, but you can only spend them once. And once again, every new scavenging point you unlock moving forward will only be spent once as well.
And that won't be retroactive. Like for people that already spent more points, it's not going to take something away from them, right?
No, we are not, and just to be clear, yes, we are not taking anything away. We are not removing any of the materials you gained. We are not reimbursing points or anything like that. We are just going to grant you the exact same amount of points as what your character should get, but that will only be once. Oh, chat is going fast now.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah.
Any plans for adding more legendary missions? Same that goes on the bucket of things we would like to do, potentially, but no concrete plans yet. I think we are going to be running out of time.
Yes, I was about to say that.
Before we start just staring at chat, waiting for a question we can pick.
Yeah, the PTS is there. Please go there, test, give us your feedback on Reddit or Discord. I know that on Discord we don't have the PTS feedback channel yet. That's going to be my first task after finishing this stream, but go there, give your feedback, let us know what you think, how we can improve the balance, what else it's important for us to make a good job. I'll make sure that I'm gonna make your voice heard here internally. Also, don't forget that if you are waiting for the Twitch drops rewards, we are investigating that, but might be a delay on the communication from both ends, but it's not automatically. It can take some time, especially on the platform that you are receiving, so we're looking into that. So yeah, the PTS will be available till Monday, so make sure that you play as much as you can during this weekend. And also don't forget that if you want to wishlist our new DLC Battle for Brooklyn, you can do that through Ubisoft Connect. Battle for Brooklyn and Season 1 from Year 7 will be released on May 27th, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yannick, thank you so much for today. I must confess that I was a little bit nervous, but actually it was pretty chill. I really appreciate all the heat that I got from the community. Everyone was super welcome, super friendly, and it was a pleasure. Hope I can come back here and we can discuss more.
Except that guy in chat that keeps getting modded.
Sorry?
That guy is not chill, but that's fine. I will not give a name.
Okay.
Not everybody is nice, but that's okay. We love you anyway. Go play the PTS. Give us your feedback. You have 3 days, so make it count. And let us know what you think. And yeah. We are going to be gearing up for very exciting months ahead of us and a very exciting May 27th with the release of Brooklyn and the season. So a very good start of Year 7.
Awesome. Thank you so much. See you guys around. Stay tuned in. And yeah, till the next one.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.